Hi, this is Jeevaratnam and welcome to my channel Jeevan Astro Answers. This topic is about air in human body, especially oxygen in blood. Blood is the body's fluid connective tissue and it forms a vital part of the human circulatory system. Its main function is to circulate nutrients, hormones, minerals, and other essential components to different parts of the body. Blood flows through a specified set of pathways called blood vessels. Especially, human circulatory system possesses a body-wide network of blood vessels. These comprises of arteries, veins, and capillaries. For to get oxygen, blood travels through the blood vessels from the heart to the lungs. Once the blood got oxygenated, it returned back to the heart. Then the heart pumps oxygenated blood through arteries to the rest of the body. Human blood constitutes blood cells, blood plasma, proteins, and other mineral components such as sodium, potassium, and calcium. Blood is mainly composed of plasma, the fluid part of the blood, and is composed of 90% of water. And the human body consists of three types of blood cells, namely red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets. Red blood cells, that is RBC, which is also known as erythrocytes. Red blood cells are mainly involved in transporting oxygen, nutrients, and other substances to various parts of the body, and also it removes waste products. White blood cells, that is WBC, which is also known as leukocytes. White blood cells are specialized cells which involved in body's defense system. They provide immunity by fending off pathogens and harmful microorganisms. Platelets or thrombocytes. Platelets are the cells that it control bleeding by framing clots. They specifically act on the site of injury or a wound. Once oxygen has entered the blood from the lungs, it can be bound to a protein called hemoglobin in the red blood cells. Generally, 1.5% of oxygen directly dissolved into the blood itself, but most oxygen up to 98.5% is bound to hemoglobin and then it carried to the tissues. Hemoglobin is a protein molecule found in red blood cells. It comprised of four subunits, that is, two alpha subunits and two beta subunits. Each subunit has a heme group in the center that it contains ion, and each ion molecule has the ability to bind one oxygen molecule. This means each hemoglobin molecule can bind four oxygen molecules and finally it frame oxyhemoglobin. Usually, the oxygen carrying capacity of hemoglobin is determined by how much oxygen is present in the blood. When the oxygen level is low, no oxygen will bound to the hemoglobin, and this state is said to be a tense state, that is T state. Once the oxygen level got increased, the first oxygen binds to the hemoglobin and alters its shape so that the affinity towards the oxygen got increased. Then it can easily bind to a second and third oxygen molecule to hemoglobin than the first molecule. This is known as cooperativity, and this state is considered to be a relaxed state, that is O state. Hemoglobin, which bond to more oxygen molecules, appear to be brighter red. This is why oxygenated arterial blood is brighter red and deoxygenated venous blood is darker red. Some of the factors and diseases can also affect the oxygen carrying capacity of hemoglobin. They are the increased levels of carbon dioxide, increased levels of body temperature, and decreased blood pH. Carbon dioxide is physically dissolved and carried in the blood. It can chemically combine to blood proteins as carbamino compounds and as bicarbonate. When carbon dioxide level is high in the blood, it reacts with water to form bicarbonate and hydrogen ions. If more hydrogen ions are produced, it decreases the pH level. This decreased pH and increased carbon dioxide level reduce the affinity of hemoglobin for oxygen, so that oxygen can easily dissociate from the hemoglobin molecule. This is the reason why the pollution-free air is very important for our healthy breathing. And also, increased temperatures, for example, in active muscles such as skeletal muscle, there is an increase in heat production, which decreases the affinity of hemoglobin for oxygen. So, oxygen gets released from hemoglobin at decreased temperatures, especially muscles with decreased metabolic states. The affinity of hemoglobin for oxygen get increases. So more oxygen will readily bind to hemoglobin. In certain disease conditions like sickle cell anemia and thalassemia, the blood's oxygen carrying capacity got decreased. Since these disease conditions will defect the shape of the red blood cell, thus it reduces the ability to deliver oxygen effectively. A person's blood oxygen level indicates how well the body distributes oxygen from the lungs to the cells, and it can be very important for people's health. Oxygen saturation is refers to the percentage of oxygen present in a person's blood. A healthy blood oxygen level varies between 75 and 100 millimeters of mercury. An EBG test, that is atrial blood gas test, is a common way to monitor blood oxygen levels. This test involves taking a blood sample from an artery, usually in the wrist. This procedure is very accurate, but it can be little painful. Medical professionals often use a device called a pulse oximeter, which that is used to monitor the percentage of oxygen level in a person's blood. The device can attach to the person's fingertip. Although the pulse oximeter test is easier, quicker, and less painful than the ABG test, it's not as much as accurate. When a test results reveal an oxygen level below 60 mmHg, it's considered to be low. If a person's oxygen levels drops in this range, they may experience a range of symptoms. And the medical term for this low blood oxygen is hypoxemia. It may happen due to insufficient oxygen in the air or when the body has difficulty in delivering oxygen to all of its cells, tissues, and organs. In some cases, people with these results may require oxygen supplementation. According to astrology, yes, and zodiacs are winds of changes, trends, and communication. The element of air deals with analytical reasoning, ideas, information, actions, and socialization. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius are the zodiac of air signs. Libra is a cardinal sign, Gemini is a mutable sign, and Aquarius is a fixed sign. All of the zodiacs in air signs have a great sense of communicating and thinking power rather than emotions. They can analyze problems from every perspective and conclude that with justice. Though the fact is that no one can see the air, but one thing is clear that one cannot live a life without air. For the formation of important life energy, all living beings including plants and animals, rely on air oxygen. Body cells absorb oxygen from the blood and produce energy in the form of ATP from the food. And this metabolic production of ATP is a prerequisite for life on Earth to continue. Here, the blood play an important role. It supplies oxygen to each cells for energy production. Anyway, thanks to my body's life-saving river known as the blood, which that it saves all my body cells by supplying oxygen and other nutrients. I hope you might have received some useful information from this video. We will meet you soon in my next video. Till then, take care and bye.